I'm Jared Brown with the Memphis Tiger Network here in the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky, where the Tigers redeemed themselves from last year's loss, knocking off the number 12 and reigning national champions, Louisville Cardinals, 73-67. The Tigers jumped out to an early lead, going on a 6-0 run over the first 2.5 minutes of play, thanks to back-to-back buckets from Austin Nichols. Louisville dropped the next 4 points, but a Chris Crawford triple gave the Tigers back a 5-point lead with 16 to play in the half. Memphis exchanged buckets with Louisville over the next 9 minutes of play, and great defense held Russ Smith scoreless for the first 13 minutes of the game. The Tigers controlled the game and the lead before 5 straight points from Louisville's Luke Hancock would knot the score up at 23 apiece for the first time since the tip. But the Tigers responded in kind when Chris Crawford sparked a 7-0 run with another 3 followed up by a commanding dunk from Shaq Goodwin, and capped off by a Joe Jackson layup, putting the Tigers up 32-25 with 3:38 to play in the half. Louisville then cut their deficit back to just 1 before Michael Dixon Jr. knocked down a jumper to give the Tigers a 3-point lead going into half, up 36-33. After a Louisville jumper to start the second half, Crawford hit his third triple of the night, putting the Tigers up 4, but a pair of Russ Smith drives would tie the score back up at 39 with 15:40 to play. A minute later, a pair of free throws gave the Cardinals their first lead of the game. The Tigers managed to fight back and tied the game up 2 more times over the next 6 minutes of play, but Louisville held on to the lead and stretched it to as much as 6 points with just 5.5 to play in the game. Louisville fans were loudest after a dunk from Montrezl Harrell put the Cardinals up 5 with under 4 minutes to play, but Shaq Goodwin threw it right back at them with a dunk of his own. Memphis then capped off a 9-3 run after a costly turnover from Luke Hancock gave the Tigers a breakaway and a Jaren Johnson dunk, quieting the Cardinal fans as Memphis tied it up at 64 apiece with 3:13 on the clock. Despite 4 more lead changes over the next 2 minutes, the momentum had shifted in favor of Memphis, and big free throws from Shaq Goodwin, Jaren Johnson, and Joe Jackson down the stretch gave the Tigers the last lead they would need, as Goodwin would cap off the 73-67 win with a dunk as time expired. 5 Tigers finished with double-digit points. Shaq Goodwin and Joe Jackson led the way with 15 apiece. Goodwin also brought down 8 boards and Jackson handed out 6 assists. Jaren Johnson had a double-double night, netting 13 points and pulling down 11 rebounds, while Chris Crawford had 13 points and Austin Nichols tacked on 10 points and 7 rebounds. We had a chance to talk to Johnson, Nichols, Jackson, and head coach Josh Passner after the game.
I mean, the feel good is just getting your swagger back, getting confidence back, and knowing that we're a good team and that we can play with anybody in the country. So, Coach Patino, great coach, great players, Russ Smith, Chris Jones, but we came out here and we out-toughed them just like Cincinnati did us. Hopefully we, stick together, stay on the process, get this win on Saturday versus Temple. We got the potential to be the best team in the country. So, I mean, we got to play like it every time we come out and play. This is just showing Tiger Nation what we're capable of.
It was a really good win, good road win. I think it boosted our confidence a little bit. I think everyone overall played well. It's a great confidence booster. We just got to get ready for Saturday.
It's real big for us, man. We needed it. I don't want to even imagine what and how we would have felt if we would have went 0-2 and had to go into Temple. We happy for the win, and we still got a bunch of games down the road, and it's a great win because this is my first win against Louisville since I've been in school, and this probably was the most highly touted one. The shots that I missed early in the game, I felt like they was going in, so I kept shooting, and I know that's what I got to do. I got to be one of the most aggressive players on the team, or the aggressive, and I'm a second half player anyway. So I was telling myself, I'm just gonna come out, get everybody involved, get Shaq shots, Austin shots, everybody play better. Then in the second half, I know I can still get my shot, so just be more aggressive down the stretch.
You know, I'm so proud of our guys. First of all, our staff did such a great job in keeping the guys together this week, which wasn't an easy week, you know, and so proud of our staff for that. And secondly, obviously our players made plays. I mean, Louisville is such a great basketball team, and what a great team they are, and what a great team that they are. And obviously Rick Pitino is one of the greatest coaches of all time, so what a great win for the Tigers. We've had games like this where we went in Tennessee last year and had to come through with a win, you know, up at their spot there in Knoxville. So, you know, we've come through with some big wins, but every win I look at, like I said in the press room, I love every win. If I could hug a win, I would hug it. And I love every win, and that includes Christian Brothers. When we beat Christian Brothers in the exhibition, I love it. If I could hug it, I would, but I can't. But I internally enjoy it.
That's a 73-67 win for the Tigers here in Louisville, but Memphis is back on the road on Saturday, taking on the Temple Owls at 3 o'clock. For the Memphis Tiger Network, I'm Jared Brown.